I'd be better off in a pine box on a slow train back to Georgia, or in the gray walls of a prison doing time.
Hey folks, this is Ron with On Fire Concerts, and this is our first artist of the interview of the month for 2020. And today we have a country superstar who has had like 24 charted songs, I believe 8 number one, and millions of records sold. He's an actor, airplane pilot, and more. Thank you to our guest today, country superstar Doug Stone, for being with us. Thank you, Doug.
Well, thank you for having me on the show.
Hey, we want to also say a big thank you to your wife, Jade, for setting this up for us today.
Let me tell you something. She's been just one of the most wonderful people I've ever met in my life. I wish I'd have met her when I was very, very young. You know, it'd have been really cool. I've been around a lot longer, you know.
I mean, man, I'm going to tell you what, Doug, we've got more in common than you know. My wife, you know, I told somebody I was married 25 years, and then I married somebody I knew all my life, and we've been married now 15 years. And I said, you know, it's just, I guess God does things in His time, but when He does, He makes them right, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what I wish I'd have done to start with. I wish I'd have said, God, you picked me one.
Yeah, instead of trying to do it on our own, you know.
Yeah, I think I've lived my life backwards.
Oh, that is, I know the feeling. Hey, Doug, I believe you were, just to give the folks a little background, that they may or may not know already, but I believe you were born in Marietta, Georgia, weren't you?
No, I was born in the big A town there, Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta? Okay, I was thinking Marietta. I don't know why I was thinking that, but I was.
Well, I lived in Marietta when I was like from 9 to 12 years old, and then we moved down to Newnan.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that, you know, normally I know artists get asked a lot, well, who were your early influences, but I know you went into the music at a very early age, and your mom was a big influence on you. Tell us a little bit about that and how you got started so early, you know.
Well, when I was 5 years old, my mother played guitar, and she had a little group called the Palmetto Sweethearts. It was her sister Sandra, and Esther Poucher, which was the third one. So they had a trio, and they'd open shows for radio, WPJH Radio there in East Point, Georgia. And when Loretta Lynn came to town, she said, well, Doug, you know, he can play the guitar. Can he open? And they said, sure. So I got to open for Loretta when I was 7 after playing for 2 years, you know, and her teaching me how to play guitar.
Well, 7-year-old opening for Loretta. I don't imagine that a 7-year-old would think of what that meant, but, so you weren't nervous about it, I'm sure.
Oh, no, let me tell you something. I was so nervous I was frozen.
Oh.
I looked at the audience one time, and then I looked over at Mama on the side of the stage, and I just played like a 3-chord boogie kind of song, and then Mama waved me off the stage. I just stopped and walked off, scared to death.
But yeah, I mean, you know, you opened for Loretta and you're 7-year-old. That's just, I mean, that's an amazing feat. 7-year-old opening for Loretta Lynn. That's, I think that'd be something I'd be proud of, you know.
Oh, I am, man. You know, and we did a show at, Tea Hall together.
Oh.
And, yeah, and she remembered that. At least she said she did. You know, she's so sweet.
Well, you know, Doug, you busted onto the country music scene and down there again, I believe in the 1990s, with I'd Be Better Off in a Pine Box. And then you went to your number of albums and you had In a Different Light. Your first number one, I believe it was.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if Lips went number one on some chart, but any chart they went number one on, I counted them all.
Well, I was thinking In a Different Light was number one, but you know, your first 4 albums, they went platinum or gold, and that's an amazing feat in itself, I think, to kick a career off. I mean, and has to be a big change when you know, and like, well, from 1990 to 95, I know your website and reading and knew it from history, but you charted like 20 songs and 8 number ones, and all of a sudden you got people pulling in every direction. That has to be a big change in that short period of time, you know.
Well, yeah, well, you know, and then all my health problems. I had the heart surgery, the heart attack, you know, the stroke. And it's been a lot of fun just trying to stay alive.
Well, staying alive, I was going to get to your heart attack because, you know, I believe that in the the end of the 90s or somewhere around there, you had a stroke and a heart attack, if I'm right. And, you know, I had 2 stents in 2009, and then open heart with a quadruple bypass in 2010.
My goodness.
At Vanderbilt.
Well,
you know, so I know what you're going through, you know.
Yeah.
And,
you know how it feels. You know what it is to me? It's like you really don't feel like you're, you know, the mortality is a thing, and then all of a sudden you go, you know, I can't even touch my heart to even rub it. It's sore. You know?
Wait, you know, it's like I told
just,
somebody, you know, after the open heart surgery thing, you realize, or I did anyway, you know, I'm lucky to be here now, and I make the best of every day, and that's all I can do, and I'm happy, and you know, but it makes you realize how lucky we are, you know.
Oh yeah.
And so, how is your heart situation and all doing today?
Well, you know, every now and then it'll hurt, but most of the time it doesn't. I play golf, and I work out here in my shop, my woodworking shop. And, yeah, that's something else too. I make little pine boxes.
Little pine boxes?
Yeah, they're like 7 by 3.5 inches wide. It's the widest point. Yeah, and they're just real cute. And I just enjoy doing something because.
Well, do you have them
to
at
be
the
a
show
mechanic.
for sale?
Do what? Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll have to get one of them in Bell Buckle.
Huh?
I said we'll have to get one of those when you come to Bell Buckle.
Cool, man. Yeah, I hope everybody gets one. It's I don't know how long I'm going to build them. They're hard to build. I mean, you know, I designed them and everything and finish them, and I'm not a great finisher, you know.
Well, it keeps you occupied and busy, and I mean your tour schedule's pretty busy. I don't know how you had time to do it. I mean, you know, I was reading. I went back and something I want to say real quick too that I've seen an interview that you did, and I believe it was it was a number of years ago, but it was with Oprah or somebody. But you were talking about your heart surgery and how you had to convince the doctor that something was wrong with your heart. You know.
Yeah, I live Prineville, Oregon. We played there for Kenyon. My left arm actually just died. I couldn't even hold a microphone. So after his show, I went and did a little stress test, and I called my road manager. I said, call everybody and tell them we're coming home. And it was in 1992, and the ACMs were the next day. And we had to just, you know, go to the hospital.
Right.
And I told the guy, I said, hey, you know, y'all need to do whatever it is you do to, you know, check my heart. And so they did an arteriogram, and sure to goodness, I had 5 blockages.
Man, that's amazing. I mean, that's 5 blockages. I know, like you were talking about, what blockage percentage wise were they?
98 and up.
Lord, that's a heart attack, a mass heart attack waiting to happen.
Yeah, well, you know what happened though? My heart, here not long ago, I had another heart attack and a stroke. And they did another arteriogram. He said, my heart's grown 3 extra arteries. Thank God.
They tell you that stents sometime, I know when I had recently had an arteriogram not too long ago, they say they branch off, so to speak, if that makes sense to anybody.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know, okay, as long as it's good, that's all, just tell me it's good, that's all that matters, you know. You know,
Yeah,
but
I'll probably be, I'm thinking now I'm going to live to be, you know, 100 and be slobbering on myself and all kind of stuff, you know.
Well, you know, as long as you're still singing and just keeping country music alive, that's what matters, you know.
I can hear me now. I wish I was in the pine box.
Yeah.
Back to Georgia.
That would be I tell people now I'm just here to see how much we can take, you know.
I told somebody the other day, I want to wear this body out, man. When I running to home, I want it to be just wasted. Nothing left to it.
Well, I mean, I was thinking, you had the open heart surgery. Now, I believe in 2000 or somewhere around there, you had
1990.
a plane crash.
92.
And
Yeah.
a plane crash in 2000, was it?
I can't remember. But
Yeah. Well, I think it was 2000 when your plane crashed. You had open heart surgery, and I said, man, that's a song somewhere by itself. It's still going.
Oh, I wrote a song about all that. Yeah, I really did. It says 35 years old. Thought I had a lot of years to go. Things you never know about life.
And that's a song. Like I said, I'm amazed, and we're just, you think about it when you say stroke and heart attack, and I've been there, so I know that. Then a plane crash. Then you had your something with your throat surgery, or where you removed a nodule or something. And I'm thinking, and he's still out there singing as good as ever.
Well, thank you. My daddy said something one time, and I think I'm going to put it on a T-shirt. He said, I'd give up if I knew who to wave the white flag at.
Yeah, and wouldn't nobody pay no attention to mine anyway.
I give up. Go ahead and feed me, Yeah. And I think a lot of people actually do that. They go out and rob somebody or do something so they can get in jail. I knew a guy that did that one time. He was a homeless guy, so, he'd go out and do something just to put him in jail for the winter.
And then they let him back out in the summer,
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Life is, you're going to make it somehow.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
not many people that just fall over dead. I mean, I've been in all kinds of goofy shapes in my life, but seem to pull through all of them. It's really weird.
Well, I think, I tell people, my dad was blind all my life, and it was like, he used to teach us, after my heart surgery, I realized what he was talking about, something, a lot more than then, of course. He said, people will complain about things. He says, like a man complains about his shoes until he sees a man with no feet,
Right.
And you just go on and make the best out of life. And he put 4 boys through college and so forth. They had his own businesses and nothing. So, I'm blessed. And I know that with all you've been through, you have to think, you have to know you are. It's not thinking you are,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lord's got something for me to do.
Oh, yeah. He's not through with Doug Stone yet. Tell us about anything new you got coming up, Doug, like any music or tour schedules or anything that you want to tell us about. And tell us.
I did an album in '07, which I think is really cool, a great album. But it's not my turn in radio now. They just don't play my new stuff. They play all my old stuff, which is cool. But you gotta make room for the the younger ones coming up. So that's what's happened. Just like I did when I came into the music business,
Yeah.
But anyhow, we're having a great time, and I've got the 2007 album called My Turn. Really cool. Get it at the website, I think.
Okay.
And there's also there's one called Mama's Songbook that I'm really pushing. If you like real country music, this is about as a country album as I've ever done. I mean, this is back 60s country, like my mama used to do.
Okay, and that's on your website?
It should be. I told the guy to put it up there. We just have released it.
Okay. And just to make sure, what was the album? It may have been the one you, if I understood you correctly. You had one with the demos, where you did a bunch of demos, didn't you?
Yeah, I haven't. I think I sold 1,000 copies or something like that, and I just quit making it. I didn't know if anybody really enjoyed it or not, but it's pretty cool thought because I played most of the music on it. A lot of time spent in the studio by me. But anyway, yeah, I'm thinking about going ahead and pressing it again, but right now I'm out of those.
Okay. Well, give the folks your website so they know how to reach you and for any merchandise or tour schedule and so forth.
Yeah, get in touch with me at DougStone.com.
Okay. Now, we're going to tell the folks here also, We have you coming to Bell Buckle, Tennessee on March the 26th.
I know it's been a while since I've been down there.
Oh, you've been to Bell Buckle, have you?
Do what?
You've been to Bell Buckle then.
Oh, yeah.
That's a neat little place.
Yes, it is. Quaint little town. I think it even has a railroad goes through it.
Right through, right through the middle of town, and it goes right next door to the venue that we're at. Billy Dean was there last year or sometime, and he just started into a song, and the train come by, so he just quit what he was doing and went into Folsom Prison.
That's exactly what I do. He must have got that from me.
Yeah. And
I hear a train whistle. It doesn't matter what we're playing. If it's the whole band thing, we just break into that. I hear that train coming.
But that train's gonna come through one time during the night. I can promise you. And
that'd cool.
but it's a neat little place, and we love it. We've had just everybody there that I've worked with over the years. I mean, we've got T. Graham Brown coming up there, and
I love T. He's a great guy.
Yeah, Ronnie McDowell's there regularly. I mean, it's a great little venue, and we have been blessed that we've got, our regular people that gonna come to everything, and your show has generated, I mean, I get messages every little while about this show, and just on all our social media sites, and it's like I said, it's a little venue, and it's 250 comfortably. I say it can get more, but what I say, good views, 250, and we're not. It's gonna be a packed house, I'm sure, but people are just asking about. We're so glad Doug's coming. I mean, but they love the traditional country music,
Cool.
And that's the.
I can't wait. I enjoy doing it.
It's gonna be a blast. And Doug, we appreciate y'all so much, you and for doing this today with us and taking time to talk to us for a few minutes. And there again, we're definitely looking forward to it. So the folks can check your tour schedule and your merchandise out at dougstone.com. And you can follow us on onfireconcerts.com and see these interviews. And so, Doug, we appreciate it. And we're just going to say so long until next time, folks.